Welcome to our debate between Senator Joseph McCarthy, head of the Senate Committee on Activities, and Arthur Miller, author of The Crucible.
It's great to be here.
Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to having a thought-provoking conversation.
Well, let's get into it. To start off with, I'd like to hear your opinions on the persecution of communists and whether you think that the American government has handled domestic communism properly.
Well, I think that there's a fundamental misunderstanding amongst the American public on what a communist really is. A communist is simply someone who wants a better life for all. The American government has made some egregious errors in managing domestic communism. They have disregarded the Constitution by failing to adhere to people's right to associate with whichever political party that they choose.
Okay, to be frank, that is complete and utter bullshit, Mr. Miller. America has a responsibility to rid the world of evil that is communism. Whether that be in Korea or at home, we must do everything we can to limit the USSR.
Mr. McCarthy, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I ask that you try to keep it cordial. Mr. Miller, would you like to respond?
Yeah, thank you. In my novel, The Crucible, I use the Salem witch trials of the 1690s as a metaphor for McCarthyism. I would like to reiterate the stance that I took in the novel by saying that the Senator Committee on Un-American Activity is nothing more than a witch hunt. The accusations that are put forth by the committee are hearsay at best.
Senator McCarthy, what?
Mr. Miller, you are defaming me for your own gain. You are nothing more than a common criminal. Mark my words, I will have you thrown in prison if this continues.
Okay, let's try and move on to a less contentious issue. Mr. Miller, would you like to tell our audience about your book, The Crucible, and the message behind it?
Sure. The book details the destructive nature of witch hunts, how they can spiral out of control quickly. I've written it as a warning of sorts for people about the effects of persecuting people without any evidence, any actual evidence.
That is all well and good, but your book has absolutely nothing to do with the current political climate.
Mr. McCarthy, maybe you should read my book. I think you could learn a thing or two.
Okay, well, it does not look...
You know what? I cannot bear to put up with this, Mr. Miller, anymore, okay? I hope his book and his life are a failure, because, okay, you know what? This is all you'll be taking in life, okay? L's, alright? They're all for you, okay? I hate you. I hate you.
Well, I guess that concludes our debate. Thank you all for listening.